So you guys know why I bought a new trailer was because ultimately I wanted to avoid the headaches and the frustration that comes with a pre-owned anything, really. Like I like to have newer things, stuff that's just gonna work, get me jobs done, make me money, you know, learn a little bit of maintenance as we go. But it turns out that buying my roll-off trailer was gonna be a learning experience very quickly. Right, was liquid all over the place. Came out of that right there, I believe. So whatever you can tell me, but you can see them sprayed everywhere. So. Yeah, buddy. Taped hole. Well, you can see the droplets still on there. My hose right here just blew hydraulic fluid all over me. So it's been a little bit. I just drove home. Having fun. You ever have something that happens and it's just so like ironically hilarious that you just don't even know what to do about it? So yesterday I attempted to begin my 90-day review on the Texas Pride trailer, right? I actually got a dumpster loaded up. All right. So this is the... You okay, buddy? You got your stick? Okay. I took it to the spot where I did the first video. And JJ. I was getting everything set up. My 2-year-old wouldn't stop talking, so I didn't get any real good clips from the videos I shot. It has not worked really well since I got it. So, and then as I'm about to get really going, my phone dies. So I was annoyed, right? Today, being the day after I was gonna do my 90-day review, I go drop off a dumpster. I did my first 40-yard dumpster service, which I actually intended on making a video about that, but here we are now. So I have a new video topic. My trailer, as I dropped the second bin, so I did a swap for the 20-yard bin to get it to 40 yards total. I'm at the back of the rails. Dumpster is 12 inches from off the ground, essentially. So we're right there. And as I'm lowering it to let it off the trailer, I start getting sprayed with fluid. And I thought the neighbors had turned a sprinkler on because just fluid is shooting over my truck and trailer. Lo and behold, my first ever hydraulic fluid leak. So as I was filming that last segment that you just watched, I got a call. I hung up. I'm on my way to the hydraulic shop now. The call was from Texas Pride's warranty department. Her name's Crystal. It's like the third time I've spoken with her. Very sweet lady. Wish I didn't have to know her, but very sweet lady. So ultimately she said, go ahead and get it looked at, get it taken care of, give us a call, I'll reimburse you. It's probably just going to be a fitting, maybe a hose and some hydraulic fluid, and let's hope that it is all that. So I'm going to pull up now. The hydraulic shop should be any second now up here on my right. And then once we get this looked at, we'll go from there. I have now had to clean and replace Zerk fittings. I've had to clean paint off of the locks. I've had to replace the tarp motor. I've had to replace really all the tarp like motor assembly function pieces. I'd replace the wiring as well. Replaced the brake controller assembly. Replaced or the safety, it's not the brake controller, it's the brake brake safety switch, I guess would be the correct name. And most recently, I just had to have 2 hydraulic lines replaced because one of them popped and sprayed me with hydraulic fluid head to toe like a sprinkler from the neighbor's yard. So that was fun. Just spent $1,000. Now, I will say, Texas Pride is cutting me a check to reimburse me for the work. They have been fantastic in that regard, right? I make one phone call, they get their warranty or their parts department people to call me, and then they say, go get it taken care of and we'll fix it. It is getting a little bit old having to do that, though, to be honest. There are certain things that have broken that were my fault, and I understand, but a hydraulic line busting 90 days into having the trailer is surprising to me. Like, I don't know what would do that. Maybe it was the hose sat on the shelf a little too long. Maybe because they had to reassemble my trailer after they assembled it the first time. That hose just got bent or shoved somewhere where it shouldn't have. But at any rate, yeah. So my first ever 40-yard booking, dropped the first bin, asked me for a swap that afternoon, dropped the second bin when I was like rails up in the air, bin still on the rails, but not even like 6 inches off, 6 inches more and it'd be off the rails. So I'm in there winching it down, and literally over my trailer I just get sprayed with hydraulic fluid. I go shut the unit down. I actually disconnected my cable because I had pushed the cable out quickly while it was spraying fluid, and then I set boards under the feet and just drove the truck out from underneath the dumpster. It didn't even like make a loud noise. It wasn't much off the ground, but I had to get a little creative to get the dumpster re-dropped off for the client. And now, thankfully, it was very quick. Shout out Zach with Wraps Roll-Offs. I've mentioned him in another video. He referred me a client once while I was doing a video. Hooked me up with a good shop right up here down the road. They helped me out really fast. The same day that it happened, I drove by there. They told me what the deal was, and then got me in the next morning, got it done the same day. So all in all, the trailer was down for 1 day, cost $1,000, and it is being reimbursed. So not crazy. Not thankfully I didn't have any drop-offs, but thankfully I didn't have any drop-offs yesterday anyway. So it was a little more mellow of a day. If I did have to, I'm grateful I have my dump trailer so I could still utilize those. But it did put things in perspective. Like, for example, like I said, I did my first 40-yard service. What if I didn't get to drop off that second container? How do I handle that with the client? Do I, refund them half their money? Because that would be pretty terrible to me. My 40-yard service is set up in a way to be less profitable so that they book the 2 up front rather than one flat, rather than paying for one dumpster and then paying for another dumpster. They're booking 2 at once, so I give the discounted rate on the 40. Maybe I could have dropped off the dump trailer, but maybe they would have said no to that. So just another day learning how to do things. But it was actually pretty nice. It's not ever nice to have a bad situation, but it was pretty nice to finally get over the hill on the first hydraulic situation. So I've not had any issues with the dump trailer. So this was literally the first time touching hydraulic fluid and hoses and clamps, and it's essentially from my understanding with the guys at the hydraulic shop, hydraulic systems generally fail in a maintenance capacity. So you're gonna have like the seals on the hydraulic arms are gonna fail eventually. The hoses might fail eventually, but generally the hard metal stuff isn't gonna fail unless like something hits it. Obviously that's a different conversation. So most of what you're dealing with is take your stuff to a guy who knows how to do it, have them replace all the seals, have them replace the hoses, get you back on the road. Rarely are you replacing the actual rams, and rarely is it anything. It's expensive. You got to pay a specialized shop to do a specialized thing. The hose was about $10 a foot, to give you an idea. I guess that's based on the width as well. So mine, I believe, was 3/8 hose. They did give me my old hoses back, so in the future I've got 35 plus feet of hose that I can cut sections out of to use for, let's say, the dump trailers that need a shorter hose, something along those lines. So was a good learning experience, not something I really look forward to having happen again, but not as scary as I anticipated it to be. So if you are out there, you are entertaining getting into something that does have hydraulics, I'm the same guy. I just had my first experience. Cost a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. So get out there and start making money. All right, no excuses. I'll see y'all later.